In class 10, as you know that your chapter electricity is going on in physics. So first video I have told you the introduction about electricity and electric current. Today I will discuss about potential difference and Ohm's law. Now before coming to potential difference, I want to discuss something, that is, in a conductor, metallic conductor, how does the electricity flow? In the previous video I told electricity is the flow of charges. In a metallic conductor, what is going to flow? The electrons are going to flow, because metals generally have valence electron in the outermost shell which can easily be moved out and they can move easily. But automatically, if one metallic conductor is kept in front of you, does electricity flows through it? No. So what we have to create? We have to create electric pressure in between the conductors. In the both end of the conductor, some electric pressure has to be created. For example, I have drawn here two figures. These are suppose beaker A and beaker B. I have taken water in these two beakers. So you can see that amount of water in the both the beakers are same and they are joined by a tube. Will be any flow of water from this beaker to this or from B to A? No, there will be no flow of water. Why? Because the level of water in both are same. Liquid flow from higher level to lower level. That means if there is any difference between the liquid pressure, then only liquid can flow. On the opposite hand, where this diagram is there, one container containing water, the level of water is at higher level and here the level of water is at lower level. So the water will flow from this container to this one. It will continue flowing up to when both the levels are going to become same. So here there is a difference between liquid pressure, that's why the liquid is flowing. Similarly, there should be difference in the electric pressure, then only the electrons will flow. That electric pressure is going to be created using a cell or battery. What does the cell is going to do? You have seen electric path, that is a circuit. Electric circuit means the path through which electricity flows. Both end of the conductor are connected to a cell or battery. Battery is having chemicals present inside it. Due to the chemical reaction inside the battery, it creates a potential difference at the two ends of the cell. When those two ends of the cell are connected to a metallic conductor, it creates an electrical pressure, that is only potential difference in between the end of the conductor. So in one place the electrons will be more in number, in another place it will be less in number. So electron will flow from one end to another and it will continue until and unless the chemical reaction is not going to stop inside the cell or battery. In mathematical term or in physical term, electric potential can be defined in another way. That definition I have already written here. Potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit is defined as the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another. That is, how much work has to be done for moving one unit charge from one end of the conductor to another end of the conductor. That work done is known as potential difference. Now there is another word that is called potential. Potential means work done in bringing a unit charge from infinity to that point. That is called potential. Now 2 points are there, 2 points are having different potential. Difference between that is potential difference. Mathematically, potential difference is calculated using this formula, that is V equal to W by Q. Work done in bringing a charge, unit charge, whatever charge is there, unit charge you have to bring. So this is the mathematical formula. Now V is the symbol of potential difference, as W is the symbol of work done, Q is the symbol of charge. So V is the symbol of potential difference. Now I have to find the SI unit of V, SI unit of potential difference. What will be it? SI unit of work done is joule, SI unit of charge is coulomb. So SI unit of potential difference is joule per coulomb. It is also known as V, that is called volt. Volt is same as joule per coulomb. This is also the unit of potential difference because a scientist named Volta has invented all these things. So this is all about my potential difference. Now you may get question in NCERT book, each and everything you have to learn. So you may get a question, define 1 volt. How to define? We will define 1 volt is the amount of potential difference in between two ends of a conductor when 1 joule of work is done in bringing 1 coulomb charge from one point to another. This definition is there in your book also, and I am also saying. So this is all about potential difference. My next topic is Ohm's law. I am going to discuss about the topic Ohm's law. Before Ohm's law, in your book some electrical symbols are there that you have to use throughout the chapter. You can go through from the book. You have already learned about those symbols in class 8. Some extra symbols are also there. So please practice those symbols because 1 marks question you can get anything from anywhere. So what is the symbol of bulb, what is the symbol of cell, what is the symbol of battery, what is the symbol of conducting wire, key, open key, closed key, resistance, rheostat, so many things are there. So please go through that portion. I am going to discuss here in this video about Ohm's law. Ohm was a scientist. Actually he has performed various experiments using electrical conductor. Every time he has found that whatever may be the potential difference, whatever changes he was doing in potential difference, the current was changing in the same way. That is, he found that potential difference is directly proportional to the current flowing through the conductor. If I increase the potential difference, current will increase. If I decrease the potential difference, current will decrease. That will increase, I will increase. V will decrease, I will decrease. So I can write it in this form, that is potential difference is directly proportional to I. I is current and V is potential difference. You have to write down the meaning of this, that is V stands for potential difference and I stands for current. All these things you have to write. And I equal to current flowing through the conductor. Now, as this is a proportional sign, I have to remove the proportional sign. To removing, or I can write V by I equal to K. That is, using the removing the proportional sign, I am getting a constant K. In case of electrical circuit, this K is written as R. This is a constant which is written as R, and this constant is named as resistance. This constant is named as resistance. Now for a particular conductor, for a particular metallic conductor at a given temperature, the value of R is always constant. Temperature also you have to say. For a particular conductor at a given temperature, value of R will always be constant. It is known as resistance, that constant. It is also known as, the R is known as the property by virtue of which metallic conductor resist the flow of current. Resist the flow of current. That means it is resisting the flow of electrons. That is actually resistance. So each metal have different resistance power. If the metallic conductor has less resistance, more electricity will flow. Easily the electricity will flow. Now I am coming to the SI unit of R. That is, what is R? What is its SI unit? As I told you, R equal to V by I. So SI unit, when I am writing SI unit of R, what is the SI unit of V? V is V only, V is potential difference, its unit is also V, that is volt. I is ampere, I told you earlier. SI unit of I is ampere. So SI unit of resistance is volt per ampere. This is also known as V by A is known as ohm. According to the name of the scientist, the SI unit is ohm, or it is having a symbol called ohm. This is the symbol of ohm, which is the SI unit of resistance. So you are supposed to get various numericals based on these formulas. That is, to calculate the resistance, to calculate the potential difference, work done, charges, whatever formulas you are coming across in this chapter, all are important, and based on those formulas you have to practice the numericals. At least you have to remember the formulas and SI unit, so that in the exam, if you are able to write down only the formula, then also some benefit will be given to you. So I hope I am able to explain you about the topic potential difference and Ohm's law. Please be serious, watch the video, go through the book and try to get good marks in your board exam. So thank you very much.